Hello, fellow members of the Republic of Fantasy Baseball. This is your draft recap with your reigning champion and commissioner. I'm the manager of the Charleston Braves, if you are a newbie. Let's get into this. I'm going to try to stay away from saying my team's the best the whole way through, okay? But I think they turned out the best. Okay, so I'm going to slide this just a little bit to the side, and we will start. First, I want to start off with the beginning of draft. Obviously, it was very interesting. A lot of people fell. First off, first pick, you can't argue with Miguel Cabrera. Miguel Cabrera is that good. You know, Triple Crown winner, no questions about him. Third base is a lot thinner than a lot of people projected it to be. So, good job, Red, with the first overall pick. Congrats on that. Some of the things that I want to do here, okay? Well, first off, let's talk about Kemp. Kemp at number 2. That's high praise for somebody, you know. We know the kid loves him some Kemp, so it'll be tough to pry him away from his hands all season long. So we'll see what happens with Mr. Kemp. But getting back to the first 5 rounds, I thought it was pretty much a tie. And here's the thing that I was looking for. I'm not a proponent of picking pitching that early. I'm not. Just pitching all the way through. There's a lot of pitching in free agency right now. So I tried to stay away from people that picked multiple pitchers in the first couple rounds. I don't do it. You'd be lucky to get me picking a pitcher one time in the first 10 rounds. I know that didn't happen, but some guys didn't fall the way I wanted them to fall. And so, anyways, first 5 rounds, I got a tie. My tie goes to Marcus of the Indy Athletics and Mr. Brian Wilson. Now, I'm not saying that I don't think that they have holes in those first 5 picks. They did. My dog is howling in the background, but he's fine, I assure you. So, let's go over their first 5 picks. Let's start with Marcus. Marcus picked Pujols, Longo, Kinsler, Alan Craig, and Starlin Castro. Now, that's solid. That's really solid. I'm not a fan of Craig. Is it just me? I'm not a fan. I don't know why, but to me, there were other outfielders there that you could have picked. But that's a solid first 5. You took care of first base and third, which is somewhere that, 2 positions that I'm worried about, position scarcity. So I thought you did solid there, and you still got one of those top-tier shortstops. And I think Starlin Castro's on-base percentage will definitely come up, which will help his value. And he fell all the way to the 5th round. How did Starlin Castro get to the 5th round? How did that happen? He should have went in the, late 3rd, somewhere in there. So, Brian. Brian's was very solid. A couple questionable things there. And forgive me for criticizing, fellas, but this is what this video's about. Let's go with Fielder. Solid. Great pick. It's what I would have picked at number 10. Josh Hamilton. Solid pick. You could go other ways there, but you can't argue with the dude that hit 40 home runs. And I know, 9 of them came in a week, but still. Solid pick. He could play multiple outfield positions, which is awesome. Now, third base is very thin, in my opinion. I think there's, 6 or 7 guys that you want. Maybe probably 6. But, you pick Chase Headley. Now, I have no problem picking Chase Headley here if the other guys are gone. But, Ryan Zimmerman was there. So, I like Chase Headley. I don't mind stashing a dude when he's going to be injured for, 6 weeks, maybe more. But, so in 6 weeks, this will be a much better pick than it is now. But, regardless. And then he solidified a second base with Kapinis, and Rollins, a solid shortstop, who had a stellar year last year, bouncing back from a few disappointing years before that. Two solid ways to start out in Marcus and Brian. Now, the best overall draft. I'm going to keep that for later. So, okay. Now, I went down through the whole draft a little while ago, and anything that popped up in my head, I immediately jotted down. And I got like 10 little notes here. So, Harper goes 13th. Now, Mike, a few of you other guys were ragging on me when I said, listen, Harper's going to go before 20, given that brain voodoo that I always do. And I know you all were thinking I was trying to push him up in there to bring other people back. It happened. So, Josh Helmuth, Quad Nips, our beloved sportscaster in Bakersfield, he believes in Bryce Harper. He does. I mean, he almost picked him first overall on his team. And I know he didn't because he picked Adrian Beltre, which is a solid pick at 12. A little bit of a reach, but if you're going to get a third baseman, you got to get him there. You have to. So, Harper goes 13th. That was shocking to me. Anyways, couple values that fell down. I know David Wright didn't technically fall down, but I was surprised he'd be there with the way third base is. Now, I got David Wright second round, which is, that's about where he should go. But a couple guys that didn't go where they should have gone is, personally, I thought that Jose Bautista, who went 21st overall to Corey, should have went 10 picks sooner. 10 picks sooner. I think he will be, one of those guys who